Please join me in Gassho. Deep mind is the deeply entrusting mind. There are two aspects. One is to believe deeply and decidedly that you are a foolish being of karmic evil caught in birth and death, ever sinking and ever wandering in transmigration from innumerable kalpas in the past, with never a condition that would lead to emancipation. The second is to believe deeply and decidedly that Amida Buddha's 48 vows grasp sentient beings, and that allowing yourself to be carried by the power of the vow without any doubt or apprehension, you will attain birth. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Nam Mandats. Nam Mandats. Nam Mandats. Nam Mandats. Nam Mandats. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our first Sunday service for the month of October. Wow, what a few days it has been. So I would like to jump right into the Dharma talk today and address something that I have been noticing on social media. Let's talk about the word Karma. Karma is often a word we hear especially associated with Buddhism and Hinduism and other Eastern religions. It is a word, I think, that has now become misused by many people or used way too lightly. Because of events on the news in the recent days, I have been hearing things like, karma is real, karma is the B word, karma will come around and get you. All these really kind of, in a sense, like judgmental ways of using karma. Karma, what goes around comes around. I have mixed feelings on some of these statements. Well, there is definitely a Bombu side of me that smirks and joins the masses in their sentiment. However, I also scoff and look down upon those who say such things as well, because they are using karma in a misguided or even a wrong sense of the word. By the way, that part about me judging people and everything and looking down upon people, that's also a Bombu. I know more than you, therefore I am better than you, that kind of thinking. We can't seem to escape our Bombu nature, can we? However, let's talk a little bit about karma first. Well, according to Reverend Ken Tanaka's new book, Jewels, published by the BDK, let me show this book to you right here. This book just recently came out. Reverend Ken Tanaka translates the word karma as just meaning action. Okay, so Reverend Ken Tanaka translates the word karma as action, and you can find this on page 107 in this book. So before I continue, why don't I go ahead and read a little excerpt from this book, just so we can get on the same page in a sense of what karma is. What then is personal karma? Karma means action. This action takes three forms or three actions. 1, intentional thoughts. 2, speech. And 3, bodily action. In other words, karma refers to what a person does, says, and thinks, primarily in the religious context of cultivating oneself. Actually, karma is very optimistic because it encourages us to cultivate ourselves religiously and morally to be the best we can be. This clearly differs from the notion of fate, which is clearly pessimistic. Second, karma is applied primarily to oneself, first person. It should not be a means of judging others, third person, especially to explain why other people find themselves in unfortunate situations. So we should not be saying to Stephen, oh, too bad, but that was your karma, implying that he was fated or that he was being punished. Karma should not be the tool for judging others. So that's a small excerpt from this book by Reverend Ken Tanaka. And I think this is where people start to get off base in the notion of karma. That is some tool one can use to judge others or to seem as some sort of a divine punishment on evil individuals who deserve it. This is incorrect. Now, yes, on a simple and somewhat mundane level of karma, we can see the logic in the idea that if one doesn't take, let's for example the virus, right, the COVID-19, if one doesn't take the virus seriously, if they don't wash their hands, if they don't wear masks, if they don't socially distance themselves, don't take cleaning precautions, etc., chances are they might get sick. However, then karma gets a little more complicated as well. What causes a person to be the way that they are? What causes a person to not take things seriously? What causes a person to harm others? What causes a person to misuse the idea of karma? We often resort to easy answers like, oh, well, that person is stupid, or they're just evil, right? Wouldn't it be wonderful if life were that simple? However, a person's individual journey has multitudes of twists and turns, causes and conditions that lead them to where they are today. Another way of complicating karma is the idea of past lives. Yes, I know there is a debate about the subject of past lives in Buddhism and how that is interpreted. However, from a historical standpoint, the actions and deeds one did in a previous life also has effect in the life that they live in the present life. I generally don't like this because when a person is born disabled or in a less than ideal economic situation, it is often explained away as, oh, that person must have done something horrible in a previous life, so therefore it is karma, giving rhyme and reason to situations like that. Calling back on the Gosandai from the beginning of this talk, Shinran is quoting Master Shandao's commentary on the Contemplation Sutra. This talks about the twofold mind of Shinjin, or Nishujinshin, when it comes to negative karma, or the idea of bad karma. All we have to do is look at ourselves. Who are we to pass such momentous judgments on the world and how the world should be? Our own karmic evil has weighed us with a strong egocentric mind. It becomes so easy for us to prop ourselves up and point the finger at others and say, I am so glad I am not that person over there, or I am so glad I am not as bad as that person. Hence, we must rely on Amida Buddha's wisdom and compassion once again. I wish this virus on no one, even the people whom I detest and loathe. I ask all of us to deeply reflect on our own thoughts and actions. The media gives us much opportunity to bring out the worst in ourselves. Yes, we must always be aware of our surroundings, and we must always stay informed about what is happening in the world. I am not encouraging any of us to bury our heads in the sand. However, it's what we do with this information that counts as well. Sadly, I feel like in a large part, the factual side of the media comes somewhat secondary to sensationalism and biased feeling. However, to bring up a more relatable topic for the folks in my generation, there is a great Family Guy episode where Stewie tells Brian the dog, go sit in the car and agree with yourself while you listen to NPR. This may sound harsh, but in a way it's kind of true, right? I see so much, almost too much satisfaction from folks about what is happening right now, and it causes them to say very foolish things about something as monumental and as complex as karma. Once again, karma is not this divine punishment being dished out by gods or deities to punish humans. Karma is a simple yet complicated word that talks about action and causation. So on a simple and mundane side of things to this Dharma talk, continue to wear your masks when you go out and meet with people. Use social distance techniques. Wash your hands. We may get less sick if we all practice these measures. On a more complicated side, the weight of karma is heavy. The weight of our karma is heavy. From countless lifetimes in the past, our karma brings us here. Yet because of this is what the Dharma is for. Amida Buddha's realm of enlightenment continues to benefit Bombu, people like me, in this lifetime. How wondrous and fabulous it is that the Buddha continues to embrace imperfect beings such as myself to reach the realm of enlightenment. So once again, I would like to thank you all for attending today's first Sunday service in October. I certainly look forward to when we can have services in person once again. But until that time, stay safe, wear masks, wash your hands, and most importantly, recite the Nembutsu. Please join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 To conclude this service, I would like to read Renyo Shonin's Gobunsho called Matsudai Muchi no Sho, or the letter on the ignorant beings of the final age. I will first read this in English. In this final age of extreme uncertainty, all unenlightened men and women who single-mindedly and devotedly rely on Amida's 18th vow no matter how heavy the weight of their evil karma may be, will be assured of deliverance through Amida Buddha. This is the meaning of the 18th vow, which assures spiritual rebirth through the Nembutsu. Once we are convinced of this firmly, we should continuously recite Namo Amida Butsu for the rest of our lives. With reverence, I remain. I would now like to read the Gobunsho in Japanese. Matan dai muchi no zai ke shiju no nanyo taran tomogara wa kokoro hitotsu ni shite Amida Butto fukaku tanomi maerasute さらに世の方へ心を振らず、一心一行にぶ助けたまえともさん、主上ば。たとえ在後は人獣なりとも、必ず御陀如来は救いましますべし。これすなわち第18の念仏往生の誓願の心なり。核のごとく献上しての上には寝ても覚めても命のあらん限りは称名念仏すべきものなり。あなかしこ、あなかしこ。